Creating from the Heart, the Artistry of Living. I'm Suzy Vance, and I'm here with Joe Skibbie.
How you doing, Suzy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
So, Joe, you even wore your wonderful Rotary t-shirt. What do you do for Rotary?
I did. So I'm in the Crown Point Rotary Club, and we've got a couple initiatives going on with our community garden project, which is growing food on commercial sites, small raised beds, to then be distributed to food pantries as we increase the volume.
What a fabulous idea.
Definitely using inspiration from other Rotary clubs throughout the country, as well as my passion for gardening. And to date, we've given a number of pounds of fresh produce to the St. Jude House, which is our primary benefactor currently. Besides buying a scale, my hope is to scale up and add commercial locations every year, so that at the end of 10 years, we have 10 locations and 10 times the amount of produce that we're able to raise.
You started this?
So
What?
me and the committee, I'll give credit where credit's due.
Yes, but I bet it was your idea.
The spark is from me. I like to be the spark of a lot of things. So,
me too. I call that lighting other people's fires.
I like it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start to use that.
There you go.
But yeah, so definitely not without its challenges. Anytime you're trying a new initiative, we're working through responsibilities around weeding and watering and maintenance. And last year we had an on-site site manager that did a lot of that for us. This year it's all volunteer scheduled.
And that's challenging.
It's challenging. But yeah, that's one of a number of things the Crown Point Rotary Club does. They have their Dolly Parton Imagination Library program, their Shoes for Kids initiative.
How many people are in that club?
I should know the exact number, but I'm going to say roughly 50.
That's remarkable.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
It's one of the larger clubs, and that's kind of a double-edged sword, right? Because you have a club that large, everybody's happy. We're not struggling to find members or attendance at our lunch program, but active level memberships is really where I think all clubs are struggling today. So to that end, I've worked with and collaborated with representatives from Rotary Means Business Midwest, which is looking to build a fellowship of Rotarians throughout Wisconsin, Indiana, and Illinois. And
how come the Michigan City Rotary has heard nothing about this?
So, Suzy, that's how we met. I was at the Michigan City Rotary.
Yes, but you didn't give a presentation, did you?
Not a full presentation. I did have flyers, and I made an introduction. And we'll have our third event now on October 16th at the Purdue Tech Center in technically Merrillville, but it's 9800 Connecticut and Crown Point. And to date, we've had 2 groups of over 30 attendees for the concept, and 45 RSVPs to both. So we're working off of a database of about 90 interested people. We look to continue growing that, and again, I'm hoping to light other people's fire to help serve on the leadership committee for that.
And this is to do?
So Rotary fellowships are everything from fishing to knitting to bourbon. It can really be anything. And a Rotarian needs to step up to start a fellowship. So I am starting the Indiana Fellowship. And again, the goal is engage, increase communications between clubs and the Rotarian members within those clubs, and ultimately to serve as a recruiting tool for Rotary itself. I think, speaking on behalf of myself and the needs of my peer group, we're all looking for ways to get involved and to be connected to the communities that we serve.
Right.
And oftentimes, whether it's gate kept or the perception of a closed door, Rotary is open to a certain few personal invitees.
Also viewed as, excuse me, I sort of am one of them, except I don't behave like one. Perceived as people who have retired.
Well, I'm glad you said it and not me. So
that
is absolutely a perception. Yeah.
I like to say, retirement is just getting a new set of wheels.
Yeah.
It's retiring.
Oh, man. I love that. I love the very punny.
Thank you.
And I like the concept, too, because retirement means different things to different people. And oftentimes transitioning out of a corporate engagement into a volunteer-led engagement allows you to pursue your passions and actually brings you more energy.
Yes.
So
And lets you meet new people and find your kindred spirits.
yeah,
You
so,
might have had some where you worked,
yeah,
but you know you have someone when it's your choice.
without a doubt, right? I don't have to be here. We both want to be here.
Yes, exactly.
So the first two groups were wildly different, right? So I think we're still finding our niche. The first was largely based on my network and the Illinois representatives, and then other small business professionals looking to network. The second, through dedicated personal invitations and visits to all the clubs throughout the region, which I really enjoyed. It was primarily not-for-profits and Rotary representation. So I think if we can get those two groups
That's why
together,
you came to Michigan City.
yeah, exactly. I love the Salvation Army building that you guys meet in. What a great meeting space.
It is.
The food that you guys have was top notch.
Yes.
So I came back twice. And again, it's just, I think it's good for Rotary clubs to be collaborating, because Rotary is a different entity in each community that they serve.
Right.
And we've visited clubs of 7 septuagenarians at the table with loads of money, and they're kind of riding their horse into the sunset of this is our fundraiser, this is all we do, and
Oh, no.
what does that club look like in 5 years?
Right. It looks, yeah.
You have a thriving philanthropic check writing club with a lot of members, but maybe not so much engagement in the community.
Right.
So there's wild differences, and I think if we start talking about, do more good, hashtag do more good, right? That's really what
Yes.
we're trying to do. So
Yes.
if we can get those people from the not-for-profit space, from the small business sector, and from the Rotary clubs, just percolating and seeing
Yes.
what can happen.
Right.
I think we can do more good.
What else is possible?
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous.
So it's kind of the mindset of the district conference, where you get everybody in a room together and good things happen. And,
Well, and they get to see what the other clubs are doing, and they might be inspired.
yep.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, because we used to have pigs sitting at the table, little piggy banks,
Okay.
which I think is important. I can't seem to get the pigs back at the table. Everybody comes in and they say $1 for the pig, but the pigs came from the Chesterton Club.
Okay.
And the Chesterton Club was collecting money in the pigs every week. You put your change in there.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the month, somebody got a free dinner someplace.
Okay.
That's pretty self-serving. So we decided to use the pigs. I said, let's use the pigs. And how about we find a project? So now all the money that's going into the pig goes to buy hams and turkeys that Blue Chip Casino cooks and gives them to the Salvation
I love
Army
it.
for Christmas and Thanksgiving.
I love it.
Yes. Think outside of the box.
Yeah. No, we need little turkey banks.
That's right.
Change the dynamic a
I
little
think
bit.
we should get turkey banks. You could get a little turkey sitting on a nest.
Yeah. What else are you guys working on currently?
We do something called Andy and Elmer's Apple Dumpling Project,
Okay.
which is a book that was written by somebody, I think it was Ohio, based on the 4-way test. And Andy is a young boy that lives next to Elmer, who's an older man. And one day Andy gets up in the morning and looks out the window and sees that Elmer's trees, apple trees, are full of apples. And he thinks nothing of it. And he goes and he gets all the apples and he comes back and he makes apple dumplings. And then it occurs to him that he has stolen the apples from Elmer.
Not my apples, yeah.
And so you go through all of the 4-way test things. And of course, he goes and shares them with Elmer. And Elmer says, oh, we have to take them to market. Let's do this and we can sell them and do different things. And then, of course, they have to figure out how to get it to market. So along comes another young woman who has a truck, and she becomes part of, yada, 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 all the way through the 4-way test. We now read that to every 3rd grader in Michigan City and talk about each of the values that's in it and give a coloring book for each child in the class third graders, all of them, even the Catholic schools, everybody gets one, and they get a bookmark. And then, if you can believe it, we are well past a senior in high school who has heard the four-way
Oh, that's incredible.
Elmer's apple. It must have started, I think, about 18 or 20 years ago.
Okay.
And
what better metric for determining who you want to work with, partner with, do business
Yes.
with, do service with? It really is.
Well, that's where the
fantastic.
four-way test came from in the middle of the Depression. Did you know that?
I didn't.
This guy in Ohio also was running a business, and stuff started to happen and things got really bad, and he said, if we do this, we'll be okay. And they did all kinds of things, like the guy didn't take a salary but kept all his employees on. He did there's a long story behind it, but then somebody there decided to write this little book. Look at that!
I love it. So much good.
Yes.
Right? From early on in the founding days of Rotary
Exactly.
to today in the new millennium.
Exactly. It's just one. So what else do you do with your life?
Let's
Joseph
see. Yeah, I'm
Skibbie.
at the busy parent life. I have two teenagers, a 15 and a 13-year-old at Boone Grove. They're in sports, so we're driving everywhere. And then, as if that weren't enough, I run a digital marketing agency, JRS Marketing Communications. So we help businesses be seen and be heard online.
And where are you from?
Crown Point,
Okay.
Indiana, and then we also started a not-for-profit tied to my passion for gardening called Beets, Beds, and Browns, which we're inviting sixth season candidates of our interview podcast, where we interview emerging hip-hop musicians, garden interests from homestead to commercial ag, and bourbon whiskey distillers, which the first question is, what do those three things have in common,
Yes.
right? So initially, quite frankly, I didn't know. It was my COVID crisis, and I'm an extrovert, and I needed to talk to people, and that was my avenue and conduit for that. So we decided we were going to give away 100,000 seed kits in the next 10 years to anybody who visits beetsbedsbrowns.com. You sign up, you get to select pumpkin, dill, lettuce, anything that we grow and store from year over year, and then we ship it out within that 12-month calendar year.
I hate to ask this question. Are these organic?
Heirloom, organic.
Awesome.
We're trying to commercialize our small homestead. We've got botanicals, we've got canned goods, and we're working on a Whole Foods green powder. If you've heard of AG1,
No.
that is primarily spirulina and wheatgrass, and ours is kale, broccoli, beet greens, beets, apples, and carrots.
And these come in what form?
It's dehydrated and ground into a powder, and you mix it with your smoothie or beverage of
And
choice.
how do we get those?
You can visit beetsbedsbrowns.com under the shop profile. We can ship anywhere in Indiana. It is a value-added product as processed, so we haven't gotten any of the certifications to sell outside of Indiana yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but we also do the occasional farmers market. We've done Porter County Earth Days, and we also sell
You have to come to Michigan
seedlings
City.
and plants. Yeah, so the market is a tough sell with the amount of time that I have available.
Yeah, right.
Markets, again, unless you're really building up an inventory, which year over year we're adding, and maybe someday, but to sit there for that long of a time when I've got sports events to be at and work to be done and yard work and housework and all that fun stuff. So it's my retirement plan, is what I say. So
I like
whether we
That's just retiring, remember?
retiring, right? So whether it's just giving away seeds or whether it's becoming a content creator online and sharing those passions with other people, or it's merchandising. We also have events that we might grow in the future, and then merchandising with stickers, shirts, hats, etc. So
The sky's the limit.
can't stop, won't stop.
Yes, I hear it.
Yeah.
So you said, what was it? Beets?
Beetsbedsbrowns.com.
Okay, that's where we find you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stay tuned. I'm sure it's going to explode. Creating from the Heart, the Artistry of Living. Joe Skibbie, and I thank you for watching.
Thank you, Susan.